Hello everyone, welcome back to Travel with Brian. Today we're checking out the Rock N Wool Winery in Poynette, Wisconsin. Let's go. Looks like we got some friends joining us today. Ready for some wine?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got some flights here.
So I have a plate of a variety of dry whites and reds. I only picked dries. I unfortunately didn't take a picture and keep my list of what each one was. So I'll just kind of describe them as I try them. So first I'm going to try a dry white. Definitely dry. I really like it. It's one of those kind of tart-ish wines that I really like.
All right, so for my first, I believe it's called the Dynamo. Yeah, not too bad. Kind of a dry red. It's got almost like kind of a, I want to say grassy flavor to it, but it's still pretty good.
So this wine is a little bit darker of a white. It kind of has an orangey look to it, but it's also a dry. So we'll see how this is. Okay, first of all, it's not really dry. It's kind of sweet. It tastes like off-brand apple juice. I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, that last one was just the regular Dynamo one, and the owner actually insisted that we try the Dynamo Reserve and gave us a free sample glass as well. So let's see how this compares to the original. Definitely tell it's a different one, but it still has kind of similar flavors there. It's not as, as I said, grassy as the other one, but this one's still pretty good.
This wine is a dry red, so we'll see how that is. Ooh, I like this one. If you guys have seen me in videos before, I like tart wine, and this one is tart, but dry. It's really good.
All right, so I think this one is called the Solitude. Let's give this one a try. Kind of more of a chocolatey flavor with it. Not too bad. It's a little bit sweeter than that other one, but it's pretty good overall.
So this one is another dark, dry red. It was similar to the one Brian said earlier that the owner gave us an extra glass because he recommended it. Let's try it. Good. It's really smooth. It goes down really smooth. It's definitely sweeter than I thought, but it's good. I would recommend it.
All right, I think this one was called the Stomp. I think it was a sweeter red if I remember correctly, so let's give it a try. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, definitely a bit sweeter there. Not like overly sweet, but still has a bit of kind of like a, I want to say like an oaky flavor to it, so it's pretty good.
Alright, originally we were gonna just do 4, but the owner gave us an extra glass. He's recommending this kind specifically, so we'll see how this is. Ooh, this is good. I don't know how to describe it. It has a nice finish. It's smooth. Dry red, typical. He said it was one that they were very proud of right now, and I would definitely get a bottle of it. It's good.
All right, and for my last one, I believe this one's called the Bow Hunter. It was described as the sweetest of the ones I picked, so let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that one's really sweet. It's got a lot of flavor with it though. Kind of like I want to say like kind of a vanilla aftertaste there. Like I'm not a huge fan of sweet ones, but the ones that have a lot of flavor like that I always enjoy. So yeah, if you're looking for a sweet one, I definitely recommend this one.
So out of all the wines I had, again I don't have the names of it, but the favorite one that I had was the third one, the middle one that I had. It was like a red tart wine. Those are definitely my go-tos. So if I had to pick, it would be that middle third one.
All right, so yeah, my favorite, I'd say was probably that second one I had, if I remember correctly. I think it was called the Solitude. Overall, that one was a pretty strong flavor, pretty dry red. All right, and that concludes the trip to the Rock N Wool Winery. Overall, they had some really great wines. It was a really nice setup there. It was kind of a barn venue. Not really seen a winery like that before, but really they set it up really well. It was a really comfortable space. The staff was really friendly. The owner was actually very personable, kind of very interactive with everyone. So I would really recommend that if you're ever in the area. But otherwise, thanks for watching. And again, this has been Travel with Brian.